Alright, so this is part 2 of how to make interlocking triangles, or constructing it, more to the point. So I'm picking up where I left off from the first video. So we have our first triangle. Now I'm going to go ahead and make my second triangle. You'll notice that this point here is this point here. So I'm going to be coming down along this line to this point. And so I'm going to use some different colors so you can see the different triangles. So this one's going to be red. So it goes to this point. Then this comes across. You can see goes to the middle of this circle, or triangle, although it is hidden. And then here. This one, the point's going to start here, and it's going to share the same point of intersection as this triangle here. So it's going to come up along here to this point. I'll use a darker blue for this one. And then connect this intersection to this intersection. Then the bottom triangle, obviously I'm going to follow the same pattern again. Do orange. This intersection, to this intersection, to this intersection. And obviously this is going to end up being an exercise in erasing and correct erasing. As you can see right now, all of my triangles are sort of one on top of each other. There's no nice organization like you see here. I have one more triangle to go. There's a green. And that's not it. It goes to here. Then back to our first triangle. And there we go. Now, this kind of looks like a mess, doesn't it? So we are going to have to go, or you're going to have to go back and erase. And so let's figure out what lines need to be erased. Well, you'll notice that this triangle is on top of this triangle. So this line is unimpeded. It's whole, which means that from here to here needs to be erased, as well as from here to here. So these lines get erased. Likewise, to make the top triangle look like it's underneath the second triangle, this line gets hidden by the other triangle starting at this intersection. So this line and this line from here to here and from here to here needs to be erased. Now, since I used a line drafting tool, I'm going to have to redraw lines to make it work. And you can follow along. You will do this using erasing. And this time I'm going to use only black lines. So this line goes from here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to group all of this again so that I can erase it later. So here we go. So I'm going to make only black lines. So this line is unerased completely. It goes from there to that point, right here. So now this line gets stopped right at that point of intersection. This line gets stopped here, so I will stop. Now for my red triangle, this line gets stopped here, because I'm going to erase this piece. This line is always drawn all the way, unbroken, and this line is going to get stopped right here. And so you can start to see how the black lines are working. I know that this line and this line are going to be erased to make this triangle appear on top of my blue triangle. So we're going to darken in from here to here. This line is always unimpeded, unbroken, and this line gets stopped right here. So when you do your darkening to make it look right, the darkening occurs here, here, and here. On your orange triangle, this line and this line get erased. You're going to darken in the rest. So from here to here gets darkened. This line is unbroken, and this line gets stopped right here. The purple triangle, this piece and this piece are going to be underneath the bottom triangle. So that's where I erase. And then that's going to mean I'm going to have to darken from this point of intersection to this intersection, as well as from here to here, as well from here to here. And this is where it gets broken. Now, my last triangle is starting to get a little confusing. I've got a lot of lines going. This line is going to be unbroken, but here and here are going to be erased. So this line is unbroken to the middle of my first triangle. This line gets broken right here at that point of intersection, so that this triangle appears to be underneath my originally purple triangle. And then this point gets broken right here. So you darken in this line, erase this line. So if I've done everything right, when I erase my construction lines, you will see the same drawing that's up in the top corner. So I'm going to select it, and something happened here. Ah, I see. So when I selected it, I also selected these lines accidentally. So I'm going to try to just group it by, there we go, I grouped it by, erase it, and there we go. I'm going to erase my X's, and so now you have interlocking triangles, like this. Now you can do lots of fun things with this. You can make your cube inside here, if you wish, or what seems to be extremely popular is doing this, where you have two sets of interlocking triangles, one inside the other. I do need to note that having the triangles facing the same direction as these do is more difficult than this alternative, where this is rotated. Put this in the middle. So this configuration is easier and requires less work than this configuration. Personally, I like this better. So, good luck. I hope you enjoy your constructing experience, and check back tomorrow for more videos. Oh, if you would like, all videos are posted on the site Slavin's 8th grade math .blogspot.com. There are also a ton of helpful algebra videos and connected math videos as well. Make sure you check the tabs on the top to find what you're looking for. And last thing, obviously this is www. And it is not case sensitive. So check back tomorrow, and good luck.